Half a year ago, Hanafuda Uyabun came from nowhere. This is the story recap. Act 4. Yeah, I know, Morphine. You need to keep it. You need to hang on to it. She's about to wake up now. It's not very far from the destination. I'll put her here. I opened my eyes. Dawn light was breaking free from the dark clouds, but the night was not ready to give in. Couldn't recall anything. Bandage my wounds and avoid leaving any tracks. No, there's no time for this. Need to find out where May is as soon as possible. Ferryman, are you there? Just what I needed. Ugh. You should find a shelter now, Kasumi-san. It's raining. You can see me? We're under the same sky, looking at the same direction. I thought you'd report my situation to the Overseer. It's too trivial to bother the Overseer. And keep in mind, Kasumi-san, there will be no one else. The mission is yours and yours only. Don't fall now. You spotted in no time in the town. The shrine is a perfect place for you to recover quickly. Knowing who you are, Teresa will not expose you. Put your mind at rest now, Kasumi-san. I'll lead the way. Watch out for some herbs by the road to relieve your pain. I like how every step of the way they give you more and more stuff in your... Because now your Dark Bolt Jonin is double S. Well, I guess it was already double S at the end of the last act. But, yeah. Music's banging. Nice, 885 and Agni 3. Heck yeah. Nice, Panzerkin. Double SHB, good. When I finally faltered into the shrine, I could still hear the ferryman, but my consciousness already drifted away. Senses were coming back. Body was recovering, though I couldn't move. Lying flat, I felt light and at ease with pine and sandalwood fumes wreathing me. Ninja instincts were still trying hard to keep it tight, but it's okay. Try to relax now. Gentle voice whispered in my ears. I think it's Fuhua, right? A small, soft hand took mine and led me back into reality. Oh, it's... Teresa? Oh, it is Teresa. We're supposed to meet Fuhua later on, because she's the doctor. Master Fu! Master Fu! Said your recovery would take a while. His loose outfit makes cleaning your wounds easier. That's when I realized there was another woman standing beside Teresa. I'm Fuhua, a doctor. We call her Master Fu. Fu Shifu. Shifu. Doctor to treat me. I appreciate Teresa's kindness, but Teresa seemed to see through my concerns. Master Fu treats patients without asking questions, even suspicious-looking ones. Patients all say she has sealed her own lips with stitches. Is it a compliment for her discretion and medical skills? Somehow I found the compliment a bit unnerving. Not in the shrine, right? How did I end up here? We're on the edge of Evernight. Master Fu happened to be there. Every time I finished my treatment, I'd visit the shrine to burn the omamori that I prayed for my patient. Master Fu patched up your wounds and carried you back to her clinic on her back. She knows a shortcut, so it didn't take long. You can rest here before you fully recover. Teresa and I will take turns to take care of you. Much obliged. Yes, I hope it gets a rerun soon. It should come up in a time capsule. Rustic Noir is so good. My room was on the second floor and facing Main Street, but the paper window blocked any stranger's sight. I was only a thin window away from the crowd and noises, but it felt distant and safe. It's on the fringe of Evernight, but just as lively and noisy during the day. When the night fell, everything quieted down. You've heard all of it. Anything I should pay attention to? Yes, let's start with Path of Asura. There's a lot of stuff. May has the key. We can't move freely, but this clinic is something we can work on. Master Fu is no ordinary doctor, which makes it easier for us to collect intel. Oh, a new trainee? Can I see how good she is? Drop it, Himiko. Trainees are history for me. A strange woman giggled with her hands clapping. Her red hair bun posed a sharp contrast to her snowy white neck. As if her flaming red hair wasn't striking enough, her ornate and frivolous dress added even more drama. Oh really, your new girl looks like no stranger to fights and knives. Oh. Sorry to disappoint, but I'm a nobody. Kasumi, bring a silver needle. Bring a silver needle and heat it on fire. To return Fuhua's favor, I became her assistant. I soon got the hang of it. Ninjas know human bodies like the palm of their hand. Ninjas kill and save themselves from being killed. Killing and saving are the same thing from different angles. Where's the little Miko? I haven't seen her in a while. She is preparing for rituals in the shrine. People are afraid of her, but perhaps just because she is a Miko. I find her childishly adorable, though. That's a reference to the fact that Fuhua, Himiko, and Teresa were the Year 1 leadership team, so they often got put together on the Stigmata together. I don't think sealing a demon makes Yae Shrine special. I see all types of shrines when I deliver stuff elsewhere. For example, in the Mikami Shrine, people pray for more hair. That's a Memorial Arena reference. People have a million desires, and for each one, there's a shrine, always a shrine. See, you know, when I was playing through this the first time, I hadn't even gotten to Memorial Arena, so I didn't understand that reference. Our guest seems to be a seasoned traveler with broad horizons. Took a glimpse of the carefully stacked omamoris on the table that Master Fu prayed for guests. Good health, safe travel were the most common, but there were a few be victorious and happy marriage. I can heal physical wounds, but for the mental ones, I leave them to the gods. Himiko, I don't see any fresh wound on you. You don't have to visit me out of your way. I'm dying to return here. I simply can't stay away for long, because life without Master Fu's key fist is miserable. Key fist. We won't be using it on you today. Some acupuncture will expel your pain. This Himiko shot a glance at me and suddenly began to groan in pain. But I need... Himiko. Himiko wants the food. You don't want to know what I'm delivering this time? Treatment is over, Himiko. It's golem parts. But I'm not interested in your business, and you shouldn't tell me what your commission is. You should tread carefully if you wish to keep breathing. I don't need you to lecture me on discretion. It's me who once worked in the black market. Himiko threw a provocative stare at Fuhua, who kept packing her silver needles without ever looking back. After an intense moment, Himiko swung her fan as if to blow away the tension. I know you're just trying to protect me. Right, Kasumi. Almost time for your rehab session. Let's see how you're recovering. What? Rehab session? Where you always use your key fists? How come... I felt a strong wave of hostility coming at me. She's jealous, of course. Sorry, Kasumi. Go wait outside for me. I'll walk the guest out. We've known each other for more than a decade, and I'm but a guest to you. I'll show myself out. She stormed out without looking back, and Fuhua didn't say a word. The golem parts that she brought up concerned me deeply, but I couldn't simply ask her for more details then. Never mind, just let her be. You're recovering well, but your physical functions are still coming back slowly, so I'll give you a bit of a push. Fuhua changed into her training suit and posed her starting stance. The key fists that Himeko talked about. Right. In combat, I'll watch your ki flow and strike at certain acupoints to restore your best physical conditions. Himeko selling that copium on the black market. Yeah. Which means you'll have to fight me with full strength. Here we go. But which Fuhua are they gonna have us fight? Oh, nice. We're in the Taishuan. Dark Accipiter. Oh, I get it. It's like one of those Chapter 1 enemies. Just relax. I'm gonna become a Shadow Knight and beat the crap out of you. Promoting blood circulation. Full stage just to show off how badass Fuhua is. What do you feel? I feel my body is torn apart, but I also feel surprisingly relaxed and easy. I didn't give it 100%, but Fuhua did defeat me. She is definitely a worthy opponent. Now we have acupuncture for even better results. Didn't think I'd run into someone like Master Fuanye, Machi. You're too good of a fighter for a doctor. I come from a family of career fighters, but something happened and I had to flee here. I'm not even half talented as my ancestors, so I settled for a dojo and began training fighters. But people here are not exactly enthusiastic about fighting techniques. When I was about to go broke, the Raiden lady came to me for financial support. You mean Raiden Mei? Yes, she's young but ambitious, and more willing to take risks than her father. She is not known for her charity. I guess there was a catch to her support. I wouldn't use that word. She only asked me to exchange a few blows with her golem for combat data gathered. You were able to keep the dojo afloat, and the golem even became an exotic attraction for the dojo. That's right, the golem brought a lot of curious eyes, but the dojo was only meant to teach the art of fighting, but many of my trainees became street bullies. I thought the golem was whispering devil's words in their ears and corrupted them, so I ditched it. Without the golem spectacle, the trainees soon dwindled, and the dojo eventually... Thinking back, it wasn't the robot. The fault was all mine, because I had trained their bodies, but not their hearts. Without a kind heart, a strong body with fighting skills only invites trouble and harm. But it's history now. My clinic is all I have left, and saving people suits me much better. Did Mei come to you after you lost the golem? I was worried, so I stayed at Himeko's after I shut down the dojo. Himeko still worked in Evernight back then. Himeko was once a Maiko in Evernight. She was a black market dealer and could pull a few strings. Himeko and I go way back. She has a knack for business and made a lot of friends. But that life is behind her now. Every now and then, she still helped move sensitive merchandise around for special clients. What do you know about the golem parts she talked about? Don't know and don't care. You can ask her if you like, but she's a fast walker. Maybe out of town by now. Besides, you better rest well to speed your recovery. A new patient. I climbed upstairs to lay down. Golem parts Himeko is transporting obviously are connected to the lost Raiden Mei. Find them, find them, find them. Knocking sound came from my window. I instantly reached for my wakizashi and drew it on the mask beside the window. Intruder replied with a shrug. Sixth serenade. You're not gonna let me in first. I don't talk well hanging by the window. Isn't that part of a rogue's daily routine? No, tracking someone is. The Evernight lady sure is something. Better for me to be careful. So you've been following me since then. But I didn't even have the slightest hunch. I was too badly hurt. That's right. But I'm on the off chance that you died from the scratches. I wouldn't need to show up at all. You wish to follow Himeko, but your conditions won't allow, and tracking happens to be my forte. Care to team up? Alright, Cake, thanks for hanging out. Take care. It's very tempting, but don't you think your timing is almost too good? So what? I don't see that you have other choices. accept her proposal, the ferryman spoke up. She is perfect one for the job. Can we trust her? Even a rogue has her own way. She doesn't have the taste for any cheap tricks. If we don't act fast, we may lose Himiko for good. Looks like you got me. I'll leave Himiko to your care, but I have one question. Why are you wanted by the Castellan? What did you do to deserve this? To be exact, I stole something from her, something she holds very dear. And you're my insurance that she will never have it back. Raven feathers will send my words. Till we meet again. It's late in the night, but I toss and turn, thinking I might miss something. Something doesn't add up. I'm piecing the intel, but we missed something. Fuhua got rid of the golem and started a clinic. Mei lost her valuable test subject, but never sought to get even with Fuhua. What does it say? That's one way to look at it. But Mei handed the Fuhua the golem for combat data in the first place. Mei had recovered the golem herself. Remember the talking golem said to us, someday I'll return to the dojo and beat her. And I'll show her what the true way of fighting is. So the golem Fuhua deserted is exactly the one we've been searching for all along. Okay. Shadow Guard emblem, which I once saw in Mei. I believe it belongs to someone of your interest, whom I happen to know a bit about. But she struck me as someone cautious who didn't usually leave traces. Look carefully, you can see a fight recently happened here. So Mei was here and she ran into something unexpected. Could be she was kidnapped. You mean Himiko adopted Mei? Oyabun said she'd brokered a deal between Mei and a black market dealer. Maybe the deal went south. There must be some other clues around. We should do a thorough search. I'm riding Mei's katana, that's not good. It's not crystal. It's like a machine part. Mei! She's really tall. Even though they share the same body, Mei is super tall. Raiden Mei. Isn't this what you want? Playing Evernight, the Castellan, and the Anbu Ninja like a fiddle. Everyone wants a piece of you now. I bet it must feel great for you too, ever since you retired from your thrilling career. Turns out you weren't kidnapped, it's just an act to make you believe you were. Mei and I had spoken before I went to Fuhua's clinic. You have no part in our plan, but having you trailing behind us does give us a headache. If you're after the ninja arts, the golem leads will surely take you to the deserted dojo and Fuhua's clinic. So you were feeding me information on purpose back in the clinic. Your compassion for Fuhua has clouded your judgment, Kasumi. And what do you want from your old pal? When the dojo was about to sink, I tried to reach out to save her. Business was good and I had some savings. But Fuhua turned me down. She'd rather see the dojo closed than take my helping hand. We live by different principles. Those were her words. But what really is her principle? Running a clinic? Pathetic. Curing bodily illnesses that never redeemed the condemned from the abyss of despair. Fuhua knows well she's running from things. And all I want is to motivate her a little bit, to see her wish come true. Hephaestus. While Mei's wish is to beat her father. The lab accident happened because someone planted another rune on the golem. It's you, right, Mei? Guilty as charged. The power of the Naraka rune is controlled by drift souls, which were shared by every production model golem. Golems were dying men turned into machines by Otosan, bit by bit. But his efforts were in vain. Every soul from the test Otosan is from father, leaving only primal instincts in the Naraka rune. Mei-senpai! One rune isn't enough, then two might be. On a rare occasion, I found the Asura rune. feeds on human desires and turns them into power. I sent one of the golems to Fuhua's dojo, the one that houses the soul of an ambitious fighter who couldn't handle defeat. They infected the trainees. I retrieved it after its abandonment. And you all know what happened next. It ran wild after the planting of the second run, but it quieted down eventually. This golem puts everything Otosan has achieved to shame. It's a true Asura in every way. A huge bang interrupted May, and with a pouring rain of rocks, the ground gave in and collapsed. From the shambles walked out a colossal figure. It's an Iron Grim golem, but no doubt, but different from the one I saw from head to toe. A new ironclad body, new body at long last. My soul is freed. The old shell was too little cage for it. And in this new body, my fighting spirit burns bright. Consume these two mortals with your fire to fulfill your new birth now. This name is for the soulless metal junks. It sent May airborne and she fell with a huge thump. No one can order me around. I serve myself only. Bring me Fuhua. I'll ask her why she shut down the dojo. My birthplace and my only shelter. No one is innocent. And now us? Come on. No one is innocent. Vengeance is for every single one of you. After I finish these clowns, I will find Fuhua and test her way of fighting. It's lost control. Sixth Serenade, go find Fuhua. She is our only hope. Staying here makes very little difference. Quick now. I can keep it busy for a while. The environment shifted and warped into the Saha world. Right. Listen to me. I'm Hephaestus, the warden of the burning hell. Let's go! Insufficient minerals. You require more Vespine gas. Agni Sentinel Hephaestus. Fighting! Well, that's bad RNG already. No one is innocent. Look at that. We timed the dodge in the middle of this time slow. I'll kill you all, he says. Thank you, Fuhua. Sup, Mr. J? Oh no. No. Harley's with Ivy now. Alright? Harley's with Ivy. Ivy got her out of that abusive relationship. Harley's with Ivy now. Alright? She's set free. Bang! The Saha world vanished, and Hephaestus plunged down on the ground beside May. It's all over? Sixth Serenade filled me on the way here. The golem case speaks for a lot of my trainees. Fighting fed their inner demons, and the more they fought, the more violent and enraged they became. The golem's undying obsession was what polluted your trainees' minds in the first place. The dojo memories should have died with that scrapped old model golem. But they survived and were transferred into the new body because of the Asura rune. Soul transfer experiment succeeded. It's the treacherous woman who authorized the experiment and proposed the soul transfer theory. But she fretted as soon as the experiment made progress. Meddling with souls must have freaked her out. Right, she's afraid that the transferred soul would turn out the way she expects. What she fails to understand is that the unpredictability is that exactly what makes human souls interesting. The woman, who are you talking about? After all that's happened, you're still about your way, Fuhua. Kimiko, you played a major part in making this happen, right? All this just to prove your point to me? I won't change my mind, though. I can't rid the world of all the evil and sins. I will keep on doing what I do right now. Path of Asura, Path of Naraka, retrieve. That's it. I drew back and lifted my head, catching a weird smile on Mei's face. What? When I woke up, I found myself still in Yaimachi. Was that an illusion? I looked around. Everyone was present except Mei. Kasumi used her assistant ship as a cover. Fuhua told Kasumi she once had a dojo. Okay, so this is basically everything that we just did. So now we're in Act 5. Path of Preda, Preda Path. But first... we need that SP gain. So we have to do like one more, right? This is so nice. You only have to like rerun one stage one time. Wow, all my characters have the wrong gear. All my characters have the wrong gear. Oh, there's more? Made sure we get that manual conductive since we didn't have Mag Typhoon on her. Oh my goodness. Oh. Well, after a year and a half, well, after almost 2 years, where are we with the EX version of Hephaestus EX? All right. FEX. Unfortunate, but we can still use this time to farm SP. And as soon as the shield goes down, we can go. Easy. Easy mode. Alright. Sixth Serenade and I looked at each other and confirmed our shared confusion. Was Mei taken by the black hole? But why only her? Saw a similar black hole the moment I entered the Saha World to retrieve the Naraka and Tirag runes. Maybe the black hole can be manipulated. Saha World was everything. Okay. Might be a pattern. First was the Drift Souls. The second time was the Rampage. Pattern is souls. Souls are the key to the Saha world. Must be other drift souls on May, and the black hole could very well be the Praetor rune itself. We'll never know before entering the Saha world again. The key to the Saha world are souls. There might be a connection between Praetor rune and the experiment. Soul transfer. What was what you stole something related to souls? Souls. I stole Callan's soul and made her a walking dead in the day. The ice-cold mask on her face gave away nothing. Couldn't tell if she made a joke or a confession. Just kidding. Heard the sound of something cracking beneath the mask, but how was that possible? To be honest, I have no stake in this. There's no shortage of dangers in the Saha world, and we have May, an explosive uncertainty. My mission demands me to take the risk, but what is your stake? Rogue's curious nature. Moths are drawn to the fire. That's a flame chaser reference. Because she was a flame chaser in another life. Alright. Better make this worth the while since we've come so far. The thing is, we still need a soul that can take us to the Saha world. I happen to have a demon spirit near me that once saw the Saha world. She might be able to get us in. Come out, Raigokumaru. Some ninja seals. The Saha world, where this is actually a quantum realm look-alike, where we have a cutting mat, gunpla, erasers. This is the bottom of a coffee mug. We're in the QS. We're in QS again. Now we're on a toy train. A model train. We gotta get our Cintiq over there. Oh, this is not the Cintiq. This is MiHoYo offices right here. Look, there's that cat paw coffee mug, the pencil, the tablet, stylus. There's Seilei's diary floating in the background. With the help of Raigokumaru, who has traversed both worlds, 6th Serenade found a way to the Saha world. Much bigger than the ones in my experience, much more unsettling. Clumsy. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Kasumi, you notice, myriad of worlds, even Yaimachi could just be 1 million fragments. The Saha world is the quantum sea. A demon. A demon? A ball-shaped demon by the name of Chaos, which appears and disappears in the blink of an eye. Is it Mexicatl? This Praetor rune has evolved into an intelligent being. Alright, we gotta go fight. We gotta go fight. Okumaru. Ball shape, you heard bald and shaved? I could do that tomorrow, maybe. Here you are, May. You have nowhere to run. Nowhere to run? Do you even hear yourselves? We're all sitting ducks in here. We figured out a way in. It won't be much trouble getting out. It's the intel network of Hanafuda Oyabun. The Callan hasn't been able to find much about Praetor rune. I wonder what it is that has driven you so far. You won't understand. When you climb high, the world becomes bigger. What is it that the Castellan failed to give you? Money, power, fame? These petty things are only stepping stones on my way to take revenge on my father. I thought the Castellan and I were the same breed. She authorized father's experiment for her obsession. But the longer I stayed beside her, the stronger I felt what her inner struggle was. She fell victim to her guilt and regret. Experiment, the soul transfer experiment. So the Castellan is that woman. But as their body parts replaced one by one, the subjects became soulless machines. She began to flinch. For me, the moaning of the subjects is no different than the creaking of rusted machine parts. That's why I betrayed her in a heartbeat. She is just a dead weight to my cause. Hey, Magus. My one and only aim is to finish the experiment and take revenge on my father. The seed of revenge in your heart has grown into a tall tree of obsession. Do we have to fight May now? Maybe. Should be though, right? Can we just juggle the crab so it can never dive underwater? Nice! Sasuga! Sasuga Kasumi!
只有这种程度。
Fish in a barrel completed. Alright, I think now we go fight, right? Oh, I need that. Alright, let's do that stage again. Max out our stats. Easy. I forgot to change my gear back. Let me go back out and change my gear. Mag Typhoon. Yep, gear again. Probably should just run Lightning Empress Leader too. For some reason, my QTE isn't working. Pretty sure I have it turned back on too. Damn it. Out of way. Nice.
幸不辱命，舰长。
Ooh. Ninja. You're right. The Praetor rune is my final hope. If I can become one with it. Become one? Are you trying to experiment on yourself? If Callan can reap immortality from the Deva rune, who's to say my plan won't work? Look around, Kasumi. This world has boundaries. They're being gravitated towards the black hole. If the power of Praetor rune is as suspected, then everything we see here will be dumped into an unknown world. This ball is more like an enormous mouth that devours all, and the Saha world we're in is the stomach of the Praetor rune. Praetor rune is a wild animal. I don't have a choice. There's no place for me in the Yaimachi now. But if I can tame the Praetor rune, I may find ways to other worlds where I can carry on the experiment. She has lost her mind, but I can still relate to her to a certain degree. Serenade? Don't be distracted, Kasumi. You're in for a tough fight. We're gonna fight the Mexicano. Yup. The Mexicano. Demon Seed. Chaos. Who needs to quantum collapse when you can just delete them? Who needs quantum collapse? Not me. Not today. Maybe later. Maybe quantum collapse later. After the black hole cracked, May fell off from inside. She was fully unconscious this time. I was sent back to Yaimachi when the black hole vanished. Path of Praetor. Retrieve! Bang! I was knocked over. I caught a glimpse of the hand grasping the rune. I rebalanced myself in the air and flung a kunai at the ambusher as I landed. Cling, as if it was deflected by something hard. Did I miss? I lifted my hand and saw Sixth Serenade holding the rune in one hand while clipping the kunai with 2 fingers. The small cracks were growing on her mask, which was apparently hit by my kunai. Sixth Serenade, you were tossing the kunai aside. Serenade held the broken mask to prevent it from falling. Kasumi, you've collected 4 ninja arts, and that's the end of it. Serenade slowly let go of her mask, a hand as her mask fell apart. Her eyes had the color of ocean with a thin mist. You are... Serenade in me wants to see your mission accomplished, but the Castellan in me won't allow it. Serenade lifted her hand again and pressed her mask onto her face, as if to replace her own face. I used to feel underneath the Serenade mask. I was still me. I was still Callan. And today the illusions are shattered. The Serenade mask can be broken. But beneath it, the Castellan mask has become part of me. Alright, so actually, Act 6 is open. Oh, wow. Didn't think Act 6 would be open. Well, let's go back and finish the Demon Seed. Success is the Castellan. What a shocker. Who could have guessed? Wait. I mean, this is not hard at all. It's just getting everything to line up in position. rough, but not hard at all. Snowy wasn't working, but 700... That's pretty amazing, Morphine. 700 in Nirvana. Bright Knight, HS, and HB. Pretty poggers, man. Oh, is Jizo open today? We might be able to finish it on this account. Quick, check the shop. Nice. Now we just get that box. That box is going to be a collection. I used to feel, and now I don't feel anything. I'm dead inside. Sorry to break your confidence, but she's me, undeniably. It's Callan talking. It's from Callan. She said, "Yichi my cai." Man, the music. The music. I think we have to fight, like, fire? No. Oh, that's it. You almost just beat it too. Alright. 720 or 710? Is that what's the next goal? What's the next goal? What's the next goal? What's the next goal? 710. Let's go, Morphine. Dude, I remember 2 years ago, like, finally getting fully upgraded Kasumi. It's intense. Alright. Secret Wish. I know you're not her, but deep down I couldn't help but wish I may fight by her side once more. She, you mean the legendary Miko? Soul transfer experiment. So that's why you turned to the forbidden art. But if so, why did you put out wanted posters of yourself all over the town? Because the Castellan sensed my intention to track down the Praetor rune. Your ninja instinct did not lie, Kasumi. The Castellan is me, but I'm not her. Is that a riddle? She cannot stop. She can't stop me. The arrest warrant is meant to slow me down. Now she's waking up inside me, and when she does... So she split her personality. I can't remember how much of that is in the mainline story, right? I know in the mainline story, she basically used, like, regular Callan as her, like, closet cover, right? Like... keep auto off her back type of thing. Hey, Abesh. What do you mean you'll no longer be yourself? I need answers. Just the literal meaning, Kasumi. I have two personalities now. I can't even get to ultimate. What do you mean? Quite literally. It still puzzles me why I end up the way I am. I couldn't even remember when things started to change. In the battle 500 years ago, I lost the love of life. Love of my life. I meant to follow her steps and return to Europe for the Schicksal trial. But when oh shoot, I tapped too fast. But when I came back from grief, I already fended off the Schicksal hounds and decided to protect her land. So this is actually kind of an alternate ending to Samsara. Because we know in our main timeline, she goes back and she dies at the trial. Maybe it's just my heart pointing out the right path for me, so I stayed in this far eastern land. I planted the Diva rune in me to protect Yaimachi and to punish myself forever. Be a sad but beautiful tale if it ends here, but you spoiled it by touching the forbidden. Yes, at some point I began to see the possibility of soul transfer. It requires a lot of experiments. Even though it's forbidden territory, the idea took deep roots in me and grew stronger by the day. After spending 100 years in agonizing struggle, I heard a voice one day. She said to me, "You don't have to do anything, just stand by and watch." It's not anyone's voice, it's yourself talking. I had a sweet dream that night. In the dream, I was patrolling as usual, but I woke up in the middle of the night. But very soon, my dream began to take an unexpected turn. In the dream, I ordered my men to look for dying patients or death row prisoners for the soul transfer experiment. The dream felt too real. I woke up again. I was driven by a hunch to look for experiment site in my dream. It turned out it wasn't a dream. Everything really happened. Since hearing that voice, I lost control over my body in the day, and even my nighttime begins to dwindle. What? There's another me, the ruthless Castellan who would do anything to bring back her love. But she is me. This is scary because she's saying that, in a way, in a sense, she had the capacity to become as obsessed as Otto. Callan obsessed as Otto? Say it ain't so. What is it? Wait, this event? Yeah, this is Sanka Saga. This is a rerun. This part 2. No, this is part 6. We're in part 6 right now, Nightwolf. You can play up to part 6 if you have the stamina to do it. Then what are you really? I'm Callan's soft spot, her dying conscience. I once had this childhood friend who turned to forbidden experience just to keep me from fighting Honkai. That's Otto. I was shocked by how stupid and crazy he was, and I fled to this remote town. Looking back, I was the stupid one. I don't regret my decision, but I begin to see things in a different light. Yeah, because now she started becoming as obsessed as Otto was. Things we do for love. We smother our conscience, cripple our reason, and butcher the good part of ourselves. We have no business judging him now that I've become him. Yes! Thank you! That's the scariest part about this whole Sanka Saga. She realizes she became Otto. But what does it have to do with that Predator rune? Thanks for bringing it back to the story, Kasumi. I wanted to put an end to it all, and to do that requires the power of the Predator rune. But this power goes beyond my expectation. Looks like I have to harness it within my own body. What are you trying to do? She's gonna have 2 runes in her body? Nothing. It's just something May tried but failed. Let's go! No, this is not the Kaching event. The Kaching event was too recently. But they used a lot of the same settings. There's a lot of repeated settings. And a lot of reused assets. Think of it more as like the stage, right? Like a stage on a play, and they just keep reusing the same stage. I've spent a lot of time honing my ninja skills, okay? I'm quite experienced with Darkbolt Jonin. You can see me on YouTube like a year and a half ago struggling with Darkbolt Jonin when I first started this game. Nothing, just something May tried but failed. Alright, we stop. Ah! The room began melting into her. Callan ducked down in violent moaning. Space around her began to ripple, and a dark thin crack ripped the space open. She's moving! Ferryman, I'll go after her. I'll leave May to you. Alright, let's go. Fist of Justice. Callan. they basically give you a mini Newt B. So we'll go back and we'll do broken hand as well. So, you know, make sure when you're doing this, just make sure you keep an eye on the stamina requirements. That's probably the biggest time gate for players that don't have a giant stamina stockpile like myself. I love the battle music here.
只有这种程度。
Crafts Dirac M. What did I use my sodas on? I didn't use my sodas on anything. I have stamina subscription. So I have basically infinite stamina. Get Dirac M first so that you have Dirac MB, because you can use Dirac MB on Night Squire, Swallowtail Phantasm, Harsher of Sentience. All your burst characters can benefit from Dirac MB. Kafka is gonna be like, you craft Dirac M first and then craft Kafka, right? Unless you're gonna build Elysia right away. If you're gonna build Elysia right away, I mean, you can use Kafka full set as a stopgap until you farm Elysia Stigs. But I feel like it shouldn't even be a question. You need Dirac M for all your burst mode characters. Next thing I knew, I was on the chilling floor against my back. I opened my eyes to a world of silent darkness. Where am I?
是城主府的最深处。
We got voice.
第6页。不，现在该叫你卡莲，对吗？
卡莲，卡莲。
没错，是我。
在下大概昏迷了多久？
差不多25秒。
这个玩笑并不好笑。想从之前的所在地到达城主府，其实短短1瞬就能办到的事情。在失去意识前的最后一刻，在下记得你打开了一道。
Somehow my voice went down as the words reached my mouth.
这个姿态，你到底
？Callan looked unreal. Her image shifted between the Castellan, the rogue, and a nun appearance I had never seen
看
before.
来，我还是小瞧了原始咒印的力量，是一生魂的地狱道，契约妖兽的畜生道。我本以为与5枚咒印，但事实证明，这个咒
恶鬼道，吞噬一切的精灵。刚刚成为他宿主的你，又到底被吞噬了什么东西？
时间与空间。
什么？
不受控制的恶鬼道，只会无差别地吞噬周围的一切，甚至是时间和空间的概念。
It's more like a singularity where time and space entangle.
竟然，这么说来，一瞬间移动到城主府内也并非妄言。虽然有些难以置信。
而此刻站在你面前的我，则是过去的延长线上，名为卡莲的无数个我的集合。如果没有天人道的能力加深，恐怕我已经被恶鬼吞噬，连现在这种不安定的状态都无法保持了吧？这就是用肉身承担咒印的下场。
你本不需要如此。 把咒印交给我，外道6法的原帖能让这些原始咒印回归它本来的面目。
但这么做的话，侵蚀律者的封印就会彻底消失，八重艇的住民将不得不面对与100年前相同的恐惧。
你还在说这样的话吗
？Love is a half
这种拙
glove.
劣的借口，你到底想用到什么时候
Same excuse for 500 years.
这个理由没有半分虚假，也的确是出自你的真心。 但并非全部，不是吗？如果存在于此刻的你，确实如之前所说，是过去的延长线上名为卡莲的无数个你的集合， 那么这其中一定也包含着那个为了挚爱染指禁忌的卡莲，以及最终接受了这个自己的你。如果只是出于守护民众这样纯粹的责任感，只要不惜性命将破风而出的侵蚀律者再打倒一次就好了。但是，你却像是在害怕着侵蚀律者破风以外的什么东西，甚至为此还不惜将自己搞成这副连存在都变得不再稳定的样子。你究竟还隐瞒着什么？
没想到居然会被看穿到这个地步。但是，有的时候什么都不知道，反而是一种幸福。
幸福，那是拥有容身之所的人才会想要追求的奢侈品。
Yeah, they didn't have CN dubs until part 6 dash.
而在下，并没有那种东西。
既然如此，那就给你看看我藏在城主府内最后的秘密吧。
为什么他会和在下拥有相同的面孔？
我阻止过你继续深入下去。从最初遇见你的时候，
你知道，你从一开始就知道，在下到底是什么人，又到底为何而生？
看来，你并不如自己所想的那样看得淡。
回答我的问题。
You know, if you think about it, in this bubble universe, alright? In this bubble universe, Otto sent Kasumi on this mission because he knew that she was the only one for this mission. What if in this bubble universe, Otto's not that big of a dick, and he actually sent Kasumi to reunite her to Callan? But only in this bubble universe. Put a pin in that one. That's a maybe. Triple S! But I don't think they give us Mag Typhoon. I think they only give us Mag Storm here. A slightly nicer auto. But it's still given over to Obsession, right? But we have to wait. We have to talk to her. He's a Giga Chad Saku Callan shipper. Maybe only in this bubble universe, Oat Milk fan. Maybe only in this bubble universe. Take me down and you'll get your answers. See you in the Saha world. Path of Preda on! This is a rerun, but the last time this event took place was like a year and 10 months ago. So basically almost 2 years ago. There's a weird phase transition. Look at that. I remember because of this event, I thought that I could fight Callan with Dark Bolt Jonin in Memorial Arena. Well, the May versus Durandal might have just been like an overhype. Because remember in Index, did you ever watch the trailer going into the Samsara story arc? In that trailer, there was like a lot more dramatic, imagined versions of the fights, right? But none of those happened the way that we thought it did. Memorial Arena isn't lore accurate. Wow, but it's the danger room. That's the Valkyrie danger room, Oat Milk. That's the Valkyrie danger room. Callan was so overpowered, she's immune to lightning and elemental. She has elemental immunity.
身体
是你输了，卡莲。看来，恶鬼道的咒印对你的影响，比在下想象的更加严重。
你总算冷静下来了吗？
是啊，托你的福。故意出言挑衅，然后正面承受住在下的怒意，难道从一开始你就是这么打算的吗？
哪里？这是我本就应该面对的东西，一切都是因我而起。你有诅咒我的权利，但至少在直面自己身世的时候，我多少希望你能够抱着愤怒以外的情绪。那个时候，我带着封印了侵蚀律者的黑匣子，从天命总部逃到这片极东之地。但是没想到，无法抑制的恶意早已从逃亡过程中出现损坏的黑匣内溢散开去。
Hey Pachi, welcome back. Thanks for lurking out here today.
与八重一族世代契约的灵兽飞玉丸，率先沾染了侵蚀律者的狂气。我和鹰，当时神社的巫女，倾尽全力，才勉强能够阻止。但噩梦才刚刚开始，侵蚀律者的狂气并没有因为飞玉丸被讨伐而散去，它隐藏在巫女的身上，并最终让她成为了下一个宿体。
你始终无法对他下杀手，所以最终把他彻底封印在了这里。
不，这是他自己的愿望。在那场我们根本无法保证，讨伐了宿体就能彻底消灭侵蚀律者的狂气。如果结果还像飞玉丸时一样
Is this global server? Yeah.
那么你很可能就是下一个宿体。
所以他为了保护我，为了守护这个村庄，在取回意识的短暂时间里，拜托我用御灵刀配合外道六法，将他连带着他身体里的侵蚀律者封印在了这棵御神木下。这座城主府，就是过去的八重神社，曾经的战场，以及你的出生之地。
是吗？
你是作为鹰的替代品，为再次封印侵蚀律者而被制造出的第二容器。
We were supposed to be the vessel to seal the Hersher. However, the soul transfer ended up that, well, we'll find out here in part 7, if part 7 is playable today. Alright. Sakura, or Callan EX. Did we, I don't think I did the stream marker for Mexicatl EX. I'll just go back and look for it. Her fight's kind of funny too, because she's got like all these like intermission phases where you have to kill ads. So it's like 3 ads and then an emperor. And then you have to dodge. You just gotta dodge. Kite. So second intermission. 5 hours. Ooh. Maybe tomorrow. I can't even get close. Oh my god, the weapon active does nothing. Weapon active, it does nothing.
幸不辱命，舰长。
Well, I've been having fun reliving the past here. I think this last part should give us the missing, the last two. And then we'll be able to get the remaining treasure stuff for this. I will probably just end up sitting on the box. And, yeah. I'll just have a box. I'll just have a box. I'm already triple S on Darkbolt Joni, and I already have the outfit. 8,000 Asterite is pennies, so the box is more valuable. It's my black box. It's the Hersher of Corruption in the box form.